So which bags did I grab for the most in 2025? Find out in this video. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself and, of course, celebrating others. Okay, so I always think it's good to take inventory of what have we used in our collections, what haven't we used, and what were we really enjoying throughout the year, because I think sometimes going into the new year, it's good to think about if there's the opportunity to cleanse, move pieces on, change up the collections, all of that stuff. And I know that this is a video that is done many times over the years by pretty much every fashion YouTuber out there. So let's go through it. These are the bags that I have used the most in 2025. Now, I haven't been really methodical where I've made a check mark every single time I've used one, but these are the ones that I just know I grabbed for the most this year, that I took out the most. And for context, I am someone who changes out their bag daily, if not a couple of times a day. If I am going to work and then coming home and going to the shopping centre, I'm grabbing a different bag, I'm changing it out. So I can sometimes use 2 or 3 bags in a singular day. So these are the ones that I know that I grabbed for the most this year. And these are in no particular order. I've got 6 core and then 2 honourable mentions that were kind of runners up. And there are a few that do not feature in this video that have featured very strongly years and years, consecutively. So there has been a bit of a change. Let's start off though with one that does feature every single year consistently, and it is my Mock Rock Mulberry Bayswater. I bought this at the start of 2022, and this is an absolutely fabulous bag. I was using this just yesterday. It's beautiful, it's chic, it's practical, it's easy. The Bayswater is such an underrated bag. I know it was a lot of people's first designer bag. I know many people who got them for 18th birthdays, 21st birthdays, but have since stopped using them, have since let them go. For me, I absolutely adore this bag, and I can see myself having a Bayswater in my collection, indefinitely. I mean, I have 6, so even if I let one go, I would still have enough to go around. I probably do need a 7th, just so I have one for every day of the week, because all of mine are also quite different. But this is an absolutely fabulous bag, and I love it very, very much. I would never move that on. It is perfection. Now, one that hasn't, I don't think, ever featured on this list before, and it's this one. So this is my MCM Ron Shopper. It's the PVC in the logo, in the cubic camouflage. I bought this in 2023, and it's a great all-weather, particularly great in rainy days, because it's a nylon on the interior, PVC on the exterior, black leather, dual handle option, super practical, easy, fun. And I don't know a single other person who owns this bag. I have seen this bag at Selfridges, I've seen it at Bicester Village. I have never seen it out in the wild worn by another person. I do not know another individual who creates content who owns this bag. So I love the fact that I feel like I've got something that is not exclusive, but it's certainly a rare piece to see. And I do like that. So this I've been really enjoying. I've used it quite a lot, and it's a good bag that when I just fancy, let's say the weather's really drab like it is today, I want something that is still fun, but weatherproof. This is an absolutely great option for me. This piece came all the way from Australia, and I bought this from the fabulous Connor from his consignment business, Conrad's Closet, and this is the Gucci Dionysus in the mushroom suede. Beautiful, beautiful bag, leather lined. Really practical, very easy to use, a great shoulder bag, great as a bit of a clutch. The only gripe with this bag is that it doesn't go crossbody. I think that would benefit it, but it is a beautiful bag nonetheless. I'm very happy to have it. I think it's absolutely stunning. I've used it for events, I've used it for day. It's been really, really good to me, and I enjoy it very, very much. I don't own a bag in this colour. It's very neutral for me, but it works perfectly. So I am incredibly happy with this. It's been a long time coming. I've said I've wanted a Dionysus for years. I'm really pleased to own one. Would I buy another? I would, but I would buy one that was probably in a GG canvas. There's the medium that I've shown in the past that has the blue accents to it with the blue pocket and the blue here in blue suede. That I would be very, very tempted by. But for now, this particular small size with the silver hardware works really, really nicely for me. Big fan of this bag. Another that I said that I've wanted for years and I finally got my hands on at the start of this year, and I basically just haven't put it down. And this is my Celine Phantom. I was very late to the party when it came to the Celine Phantom, but I absolutely adore it. I think it's gorgeous. Mine's in this beautiful shade of yellow. It's practical and fun and, you know, super chic. It has such a presence to it, this particular bag, a real presence. And I love that about it. Would I buy another? Potentially. I would potentially. Maybe the newer version of it, actually. I said I would probably go for the older, but now that it's come out, I'm quite tempted by it. I need to redo that scarf. But this is just a great bag. The capacity is great. All I would say with this particular one is it can get very, very heavy. I used it when I was at Bicester last week, and it was incredibly cumbersome. It was fine when I didn't have any bags, but as soon as I started buying things, it suddenly became very impractical. I was wearing a thicker coat, which made it a bit of a pain to get over my arm. It wasn't ideal, but it is a beautiful bag, and I'm very happy to own one. So the Celine Phantom, definitely recommend. I like that very much. And whilst we're on the topic of big bags, a newer entrant that has been absolutely fantastic for me, and I've used it so much in the 3 months that I've owned it that it has earned its place on this list. And this is the Gucci Off the Grid tote in black. I adore this. I love the look of it. I love the ease of it. I love the practicality of it. You can fit so much in this bag. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I have used it for travel, I have used it for work, I have used it for day. I'm going to use it actually when I travel at points throughout December. Just a wonderful, wonderful bag. Really chic, really effortless, and I get a lot of compliments on this bag. Of course, it's not about compliments. That's not why we buy these pieces. We buy them because we love them and we want to use them, but it's obviously nicer people complimenting them than insulting you for them. So I'll take a compliment, and this one definitely gets a lot of compliments. Only thing with it is it gets so heavy because you can fit so much in it. Not dissimilar actually to any of the other bags I've shown, the Celine, the Mulberry, etc. But this one can get incredibly heavy. The one benefit of it is it's not heavy to start with. The Celine is quite heavy to begin with. This one, not so much, but you can pack it so much that it does get incredibly, incredibly heavy. Very good bag though, big, big fan. Okay, so let's do my 2 honourable mentions, and then I will do the last one that actually features on the list. You probably know what it is, but let's do the first honourable mention, which is another Bayswater, and this is in this antique pink. This is just a great grab and go bag, super chic and understated. Of course, I've put the scarf on it and I put the charm on it, which had a little bit of additional colour, a bit of glitz to it. But this is just a really understated bag. So easy to use, goes with basically everything, a great grab and go. As you can see, like the corners have started to turn, etc. I don't care, I'm happy with the fact that this one's wearing, it's becoming a bit more slouchy, it's showing some wear. I actually think that can look really fantastic on certain bags, and the Bayswater is a bag that can look beautiful as it ages and changes and, you know, starts to look that little bit more scruffy. Really, really like it. Really, really like it. So this is my first honourable mention. And the second honourable mention is this bag. And it is my Prada double zip Saffiano Luxe something. I never know what the name of this particular bag is. They've changed the name a few times. In this gorgeous yellow. I bought this mid-2024 and I have used it a lot. I have used this for day, I've used this for evening, I've used this for work. I've accessorized it with a Longchamp scarf. It's got these great little charms on them from Amazon. Beautiful, great bag. Love this. Super practical, super easy. Huge fan of this. Okay, and the final one is, no surprises here, the black velvet Gucci Marmont. Small size. Medium size now. I don't know. Again, they change everything, don't they? So you buy it, you have it, and especially when they're pre-loved, etc., you never know. You never know at this point because the fashion houses change them so much. But the black velvet Gucci Marmont, I adore this bag. I think it is absolutely fabulous. It comes with this great pink interior. I've shown you this bag so many times. It's got a great shoulder crossbody strap. I love this. Absolutely love this. I'm so glad I bought it. There's a part of me that thinks, why did I wait so long? But actually, I do believe if I'd have bought it earlier, I wouldn't have got the use out of it. Whereas this, I do use a significant amount. I've used it with the chains tucked in like this as more of a clutch. I have used it as a crossbody bag. I just love it. I absolutely love it. Would I buy another one? Hands down, yes. Hands down, yes. But it would have to be different enough. It wouldn't be able to have the same use case as this one. So I've been talking about wanting an embellished one, one with a very distinct pattern, etc. Because to me, that's a different use case. As much as I love the fuchsia pink velvet or the petrol blue velvet, they fulfill too much of the same function as this one. So I would end up probably interchangeably grabbing them, which is not what I want. I want this to stand on its own in terms of what I use it for. So if I did get another one, it would have to be usable for probably more, it needs to be a bit more striking. It needs to be a bit more evening focused. However, I have just bought, and it's on its way to me, another Gucci evening bag. So that's possibly redundant now anyway. So yeah, but this great bag. And I think what's surprising about this list versus years gone by is that there's no Longchamp bag on this list. As much as I did use them, I used my totes, etc., not as much. My Aspen of London totes didn't feature this time. Like, there are bags that have consistently featured in years gone by that have not featured this time. But did they get used? Yes, they did. But I happened to grab these ones so much more. And like I said, for me not having them feature on this list, I probably still use them 10, 15, 20 times. So I still use them a significant amount throughout the year, but these ones I happen to use 30, 40, 50 times over, which allowed them to feature today. So there we have it, everyone. I would love to know, what do you think of my most used? Are there any that surprised you? Are there any that you think, I don't know why you use that? Are there any that you particularly like of my most used? Let me know. And I would also be super curious to know, what are your most used? What have you been absolutely loving this year? What have you been grabbing? Is it that you always use the same bag for work, the same bag for evening? Do you like to mix and match like I do, but you change so often you get a lot of use out of your pieces? Tell me, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.